The project shown in this video can be found in the textbook Technical Drawing 101 with AutoCAD, available from SDC Publications. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a new text style. The first step is to go up to the menu bar and select on Format. Then come down here to where it says Text Style and click on that, which will open in the Text Style dialog box. You'll see there's already a text style created called Standard, and this is what the text looks like. That's because the font that's assigned to Standard is this font here, which is called txt.shx, and that's not a very impressive font. So what we ought to do now is just make a new text style. So I'm going to pick on the New button, and it's prompting me here to give it a new name. I'm going to name this one ASME and pick OK. Now the ASME text style, I can select on it here. It also has the txt.shx font assigned to it, but I'm going to pick on the down arrow and I can see all of the fonts that I can choose from. Now the font that I like to use for ASME drawings is Arial, which is a Gothic style font. It looks like this here. So what I've done now, I've taken ASME and I've assigned the Arial font. Now like I was saying, these are in alphabetical order. So if I wanted to assign something that started with a B, all I'd need to do is type a B and it puts me into the B. So if I want to do Arial, I can type AR, for example. That will put me in the Arial of any font styles that begin with AR, and I can select Arial like that. Alright, the height for my ASME right now is set to 0, and it's important that you understand that you want to keep this at 0, because if you type a height in here, that will become the default height, and it's going to override the option to change the height almost everywhere else. Like when you try to do a dimension or anything like that, it's going to go in with whatever you've put in here. Usually we want to have the flexibility to change the height, so we just keep this set to 0. Width factor is also down here. It's set to 1, and I want to show you what width factor does. Look at these letters over here. That's what the width factor at 1 looks like. Let me change the width factor to 2 so you can see the difference. What width factor does, it keeps the text the same height, but it stretches the text. So I'm going to go to 1.5 and press enter. That's what 1.5 width factor. So when you create a text style, you can create it with the type of font you want. You could set a height. You can customize it by changing its width factor, though usually you'll keep that at 1. You could even check like upside down text, backwards text, things like that, which you probably won't do very often. Obliquing angle can even change the way that the text slopes, and so you can see that's a 30 degree. I might put a 50 in. Let's see what that does. That even gets worse, so I'm going to go back to 0 for that. So now that I have this set, I can go ahead and pick it as my current text style. So I'm going to just pick Set Current. The style has been modified. Do you want to save your changes? I'm going to pick Yes. Alright, and now I can close. Alright, so now I can place some text in the drawing.